Read Aloud task and the PTE exam, both the academic and core versions. Hello everyone, my name is Hamidi and welcome to the fourth episode of my PTE English series. Today we're starting the speaking section with the Read Aloud task, which is the first task in this skill. In my opinion, one of the most powerful tasks in the PTE exam. The structure, scoring, and techniques. First, you will be given, a paragraph. In other words, 6 to 7 paragraphs in both the PTE Academic and PTE Core exams. 6 to 7 paragraphs, and as you can see, between 16 to actually 18 scores in the PTE Academic will be given to your speaking skill. But in the PTE Core exam, both the reading and speaking skills will be affected by this task, and between 22 to 26 scores each of these skills will be given. So, in an environment like this, you will be given a paragraph, and you have 30 to 40 seconds to get prepared. And after reading the paragraph and paying attention to its definition, to different and the punctuation within the paragraph, like commas, exclamation mark, or maybe full periods. After that, you will hear a beep and the microphone opens, and you have to read the paragraph aloud as naturally and clearly as possible. After 10 seconds, from now, you will hear a beep. 4, 3, 2 seconds. In 1994, Microsoft's founder, Bill Gates, said that although banking In 1994, Microsoft's founder, Bill Gates, said, as you can see, I started speaking and I read the paragraph, I read the first sentence. And then I checked my pronunciation and fluency on this website. So, having accurate pronunciation with natural fluency and rhythm of speaking, and reading the words with clear pronunciation is very important. You need to make sure that you are delivering the meaning of the paragraph while reading it. So you need to pay attention to the to the general meaning of the paragraph in order to deliver the meaning to your audience, to your imaginary audience. Actually, if you don't start speaking after 3 seconds of silence after the microphone opens, it closes. I mean, the microphone closes, and you will lose the whole score of the question. This happens in all of the 7 tasks in the speaking skill. The content, oral fluency, and pronunciation, as I told you before, are the 3 important factors that your general performance will be analyzed. What is the content? The words that are written in the paragraph, within the paragraph. So you need to read them exactly as they are, without without omissions and without putting extra words within the paragraph. Being smooth with continuous speech, putting no fillers, and having natural pacing. What about the pronunciation? You need to produce clear sounds with natural word stress. You need to for example, a word like development, the stress is on the sound V. So the word development needs to be pronounced by putting a natural word stress on the sound V. And of course, your accent just needs to be understandable and comprehensible. But the fluency factor carries the most weight, in your overall score. There are some mistakes that are made by the testees actually. Some test takers, they may read a paragraph too fast or too slow, making incorrect pauses within each paragraph. They may read, they may produce a robotic rhythm. They may read a paragraph like a robot, or mispronouncing the pronunciation of academic words. Sometimes some people, when they make a mistake while reading some words in a paragraph, they stop thinking, they stop reading and start thinking about their mistakes. It's another common mistake. There are some effective strategies in order to help yourself to become a better reader of a paragraph. You need to actually divide the paragraph into some meaningful chunks. So if you divide long sentences into natural meaningful units, it helps you to stay focused on the definition in order to deliver it to your audience. If you try to shadow after native speakers, it can help you to develop your rhythm. And by focusing on the stress pattern by a native speaker, you can deliver the meaning of a paragraph. So if you highlight meaningful words, during your weeks of getting prepared for the PTE exam, in order to learn the correct stress, it will help you to produce a correct stress pattern. And after that, you just need to keep going. If you make a small mistake while reading a paragraph, do not stop. Just move on. Breathing technique. If you take a deep breath before reading a paragraph, it can help you to have a sense of control over reading a paragraph. So what is the final conclusion here? If you try to master the read aloud task, it can give you actually a strong foundation for the entire speaking section, and you can actually act much better while reading other tasks and while doing other tasks in this skill. Of course, this matter needs consistent practice. Practicing what? The right techniques that you are taught during your classes by your teacher. This task, if you try to focus on it, doing the consistent practice daily, can become a task that can help you to score even higher, and it can become one of the easiest ways to score higher in the speaking skill. Okay, everyone, that's it. That was a quick review for the read aloud task, and in the next episode we will focus on the second task of the speaking skill, which is the repeat sentence. And also, it's a very important task, and as you can see, more than 50 scores this task gives to both the listening and the speaking skill. See you in my next episode.